So you're asking them about the thing.
Indeed. We got one. Now we're going to ask them the other. Take over the other. And if they don't wish to, then
The other people we talked about.
Indeed. But my old crew should get dibs, I suppose.
I'm sure they'll want to help.
They did help me get to this point.
They should be a part of everything. They worked on it with you for a long time.
Distant makes the heart grow cold sometimes.
I don't think that's how that saying's supposed to go.
Do me a favor.
Hmm.
Watch good old William during all this.
Gotcha.
Remember what we spoke of.
Yes.
Watch. Watch the tells.
I love the view from this place.
Relaxing. It's falsity as well.
What do you mean?
You don't hear the chaos, just high enough not to hear the gunshots, the screams.
It gives it a false sense of peace.
Can't even smell the homeless piss.
You should have met Dennis. You would have liked Dennis.
Who's Dennis?
Dennis was a homeless guy who only wanted to get his hands on crack, but he was amusing. I watched him fall off a bridge once, land it, and managed to stumble his way across the highway, and somehow miraculously didn't get hit by a car. I think Dennis would have amused you.
Sounds like militiamen all to me. Though from what I understand, they were homeless people from underneath the bridge. That's where they always hid back to every time they got hit a little too hard.
What, the militia?
Indeed.
Were you around when the displaced were here?
Yes, but I didn't know of them at the time. If that makes sense.
Yeah, they were fun too. It's like I said last night, we're in a weird time for crews in this city.
It's time to inspire.
I would hope so.
There's times I wish the plague's creep factor was still in the shadows.
What do you mean?
So many people I'd often hear about who didn't know I was a part of them. You know, new people, heard of the plague at least.
They're here.
Been some time since you folk have been up here. Well, sitting at the table at least. Come, join us.
How are you?
Well, rather well, to be honest. It's been a productive week for the most part.
Hmm.
I have a job offering for you folk. A way to make money, a way to get some publicity, and you don't even have to get away.
Go on.
I have a need of 2 crews. I've already hired the other one. You were my first choice, but you guys went to bed. So don't be insulted on that end. But I already have another crew in line who's going to be hitting Sandy. The reason for that is because I wanted the crew I trust more to hit VPD.
You said you'll be hitting Sandy?
Another
The
crew
PD.
will be.
Oh, okay. And then you need someone else to hit BPD.
Indeed. The goal, mind you, is to destroy their shipment of gas masks and any other devices they might have that could filter air. We're to make it very public, very controlled. Don't burn the whole building down. They need to know what they lost.
I think we can make something happen. Wouldn't be the first time we've done anything to VPD either.
Indeed. And like I said, you can even get caught if you wish. If you don't make it out, it's not a part of the job, so it's fine. I'll be paying $50K for this.
And when do you plan for all this to go down?
Should you agree to it, I'll bring both crews here. I'll bring the rest of my associates, and we'll discuss the matter. I want to make it clear this is not a red thing. As a matter of fact, not a single member of Red knows about this.
Gotcha.
This is for your own rise, your own publicity, and be a part of my final show. Final show is the wrong way to say it. The finale of the first part of a trilogy. Let's say that.
A magnum opus.
A magnum opus.
That's a
Precise.
long time coming.
Very. Precise burns. And you two are not fools. You know what I've worked on for a long time. This other crew has no idea what's the purpose for this. Burn the target. You get out or don't. Should you be captured, by the way. As I've instructed them, they are not to know who I am. But I love a little bit of paranoia. Feel free to say you were indeed hired. I want them to think someone's running something. Make them question why. Put them on edge for when the fireworks start to display.
I don't think the rest of the group would have any issues doing this. If it involves blowing something up and fucking with the cops. I'm particularly fond of it.
Of course.
That being said, though, tomorrow probably won't be a good day, but the rest
No,
of the week.
don't have to be tomorrow. I need to get both of the crews in here should you agree upon it. They've already agreed. And we'll sit at this table and we'll discuss a proper date, time, and an understanding.
I can pass up the information to the rest of them, see if all of them are on board. At least Zeus. But I should have an answer for you by tomorrow.
Lovely.
Just out of curiosity, who is the other group?
This will be the Mystics.
Oh.
Gigi and her crew.
To be honest, I was expecting the Saints. Unless...
I only have an issue with one crew right now, so there's only one crew I wouldn't offer it to, but there's a hierarchy of who I'd offer to first. If you disagreed, it was Aztecas next.
Interesting. Alright.
They got something to prove as well, so. But I trust y'all, and I always pick my favorites first. Like I said, you came before Gigi and her crew, just they happened to be around earlier.
I appreciate it.
What do you think, Dr. Crane?
Honestly, I'm quite surprised that you've chosen the Mystics.
They're flamboyant, theatrical, like we were. Not in the same way, but they're eye-catching.
They
Yeah,
are.
Aztecas were next, but they'd go in, make it a job, shoot their way out, and then probably lose focus on what the point was.
Very true. No offense to the Mystics, of course, but are you sure you can trust GG with such a important job? It's been
GG
years in the making.
GG knows far less, and to be honest, should only Sandy's supply, limited supply, get left, we'll live. And we still be questioning why that was the target. They can mess themselves up all they want. The populace is fucked. Don't ever be able to warn, actually convince, or offer gas masks out to the populace in time before we hit it off. And the cops are greedy. They'll take care of their own first and leave the rest to rot.
No, that part goes without saying.
Then, within the next week after this job's done, just watch. It'll be very public. It'll be widespread.
I'm excited to see. Just to reiterate, all you need from us is to get into VPD and destroy any shipment of gas masks and devices filtering air.
Indeed.
Noted. Should be a fun night.
And I'm sure you can find exactly where those things would be placed by, I don't know, somebody on the inside. Currently in this room.
I can 100% guarantee you can have a schematic of the entire building. They shouldn't be difficult to locate.
It'll frighten them more if they think it was a very precise hit. Mind will be boggling.
Good to see you again, Evie.
You too.
Alright, well, I'll relay the message. Again, I don't think that they'll have any problem with it, and I'll get the answer to you by tomorrow.
Lovely. Should you get it earlier than that, I'll get the cruise today if you're available. If not, tomorrow we'll hit it.
No,
I hit
today.
the job, but I mean talking.
Right. Today, I'll only be around for a few more hours, and then unfortunately, I'll be busy. But tomorrow.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Well then.
Is there anything else that you needed from us?
Not at all. Just the fun's about to begin.
And as always, it's good to see you, Crane.
And you. Oh. Odd question. Where's your sister?
Haven't seen her in a few days, huh?
No, but you have.
She's a little occupied at the moment.
I know. I just wanted to see what you tell me.
We have big plans for her tomorrow.
You have your fun. To be fair, my wife might be upset if she loses her sertraline supply, but I honestly don't give a shit. Char her bones. Be done with it.
To be honest, we debated offering you some fun with her yourself. I'm not sure if you had any unfinished business with her.
Like Hart, she's a broken toy to me.
Unless she wants to donate a kidney.
Wouldn't that be interesting? Colored strand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Cato and Evans strand are all tapped out. It's up to you. Should you harvest it, I'll pay.
Noted.
If you're just gonna kill her, give me both.
Oh, I mean, we already planned for her to suffer beforehand.
Well, do y'all have any questions?
None from my end. Will?
None here.
Think that's it then.
Oh, maybe one. Don't. Aside from the job. How have you found yourself adjusting, Evie?
Good question indeed.
I'm a little surprised that you're so comfortable talking about my sister, considering doesn't she work closely with you?
It's complicated. People come and go in Pillbox all the time. It's been that way for years.
Someone ripped the plaque with my name off. Mine and my wife's. How irritating. We retrieved it again.
Yeah, I think she's tried to paint over it a few times.
Well, it's going to be displayed somewhere else here soon. That being said, get this job off successfully. And Mr. Crane, Dr. Crane, excuse me, I'll have a job for you that doesn't pay, but I think you'll enjoy it.
When it's ready, just send it to me.
Oh, get this job off and it'll be ready.
Sounds good with us.
Lovely. Well then, I won't waste y'all's time. I won't lie. I'm probably gonna go take a nap.
You do sound very relaxed.
Oh, life's coming together in the most fantastic ways.
Good to hear. Tell Morgan I said hi for me, and that I miss her.
That I would. She wouldn't have been here, of course, but super early and all.
Alright, then we best get going. Figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the day.
Yeah, we should.
You two take care now.
You as well.
Bye, have fun.
So yeah.
Well, since we've been in here.
They're gone.
What did you learn from their demeanors?
He didn't want to
Or
sit
their
down.
tales? Why?
He doesn't want to sit at the same table as you. Or he was on defense. There's a lot of different ways that could be taken. One could be defensive. He doesn't want to be confined into a chair, because if you put yourself in a chair, you can't react as fast. Also,
Do you think he would have sat down if you were sitting down? Why were you standing?
because
See how that looks to him?
I hate chairs.
He doesn't know that. I'm saying from his perspective, why were you standing?
What do you think you
Sim-
thought?
You see, there was a wide berth there first where they checked the room.
Mm-hmm. They went in over to the other side
Mm,
before they came over here. He also stood with his hands in front of him the whole time. Crossing your arms half the time is defensive.
Indeed.
What did you notice that I didn't notice?
Oh, you're doing quite well. They were polite.
I've never seen him wear a beanie before, by the way.
Mhm. His
That
hair
was-
is shaved, and he's hiding it.
It was different. His clothes were different. Everything he had on was different.
Changed man, though hiding it.
Hmm. What else did I not notice?
He didn't refer to me as anything at all. He goes out of his way to declare me his father most of the time.
He did the last time I saw him, too. Both times, actually.
Exactly.
He didn't say it this time.
This is what I'm trying to teach you. You want to play the game better?
Yes.
Learn to read people. Most people will show you their motives right away. Their thoughts, their ambitions, their fears. You just gotta look for it.
Do you think he told them about me using the gas? Because he mentioned it in front of her.
It's a possibility.
Well, didn't mention it, but asked me how I was adjusting.
She didn't question it.
She didn't.
So what do you think?
I think he told her.
I think that was the last time he was loyal, was when he was in the room with you. Something happened in between.
It wasn't me, was it? With what I said?
No. Not at all you.
Okay.
I think his programming's starting to falter and he's been away from me too long. But I wish to see how far he takes it. Or break him again.
Can I be there this time when you do? Please?
Of course.
I'm still curious about that. The conditioning part of it. It's... I don't know, caught my fascination.
We'll try him one more time, but part of me wonders if the toy's too broke and I should dispose of it.
Do you think it only works until a certain part and then it just won't work anymore? Is there a point where the control just slips and you can't fix it?
He was fine for 2 years and then he came back and hanging with a different crew and distant from me has caused things to break.
Maybe it's a proximity thing.
Perhaps.
I guess we'll see how it goes with the stuff at VPD.
Should they succeed in all this? I have 2 jobs actually to offer Crane.
What are you thinking?
Thought about putting one of the bombs in his hands since we was looking for a 4th. That might bring him back in the fold to think he's important enough.
He'd probably love
And-
to see it. He was with you for the longest time getting it prepared.
And to think about producing quite a bit more of the bombs, and might have them transport them over to the gas station, introduce it into the gas supply, and every time someone turns on an oven or heater, especially in this cold times, it won't be warmth they discover.
Hmm. There's a lot of possibilities.
Quite thinking about the water supply. If I could get one of those dusters to produce. There's all kinds of things we can do. I am curious. Height had quite the difference in the scale of the cloud.
Do you think it would drop all the way to the ground if we set it off from the top of a crane, or would it just go halfway?
That's the question, isn't it?
We could test again.
Before we do it here, though, I'd like to test it somewhere high up, but still not spoiling the fun for the city.
What about the
Not
crane on
Chiliad.
Chiliad?
Oh, there is a crane on Chiliad. You are correct.
There's the scaffolding for the gondolas.
There's enough space underneath it that it won't be
Mm-hmm.
masked by the mountain itself.
You could see how far it'll drop.
Perhaps tonight, if we get some free time. There's quite a few things. I'm releasing Trick again into the wild.
Really?
Indeed.
Where are you letting him go?
South side would be amusing.
He's gonna cause all kinds of problems.
Oh, here's hoping. We'll get him a blade and a few things for his journey.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, we have the fun we make. Should it work, though? The height, if our hypothesis is correct on what it does, we need to figure out which one of these living buildings would be the better idea. Planning far enough ahead that nothing ever goes stale or people forget, but not so close together that overlooked.
Imagine if it engulfed the bank building all the way. From the top all the way to the bottom.
Imagine the center pillar.
You could detonate it from here. You could literally watch it from here.
Indeed. Or atop the roof.
Mm-hmm. That would be something to see.
Quite so. I've been loaned a helicopter for now, but once I get my own helicopter, all the things we can do. Too afraid to lose the one I got now.
Hopefully I'll have Flying Beaver up and running soon.
I wasn't reaching for that. I'm just stating thoughts.
Well, knowing all the criminals in this city, I'm sure there's other ways for you guys to get your hands on helicopters.
I've already worked that out.
Of course you have.
Got another project after this, too.
What is it?
Oh, that's me. So, one thing I can't discuss with you, unfortunately. It's not related, I assure you. Yet
Okay.
it is.
I thought more about last night. And I do want it to be a secret. I've decided that. I don't want anybody else to know.
Then congratulations. You've created a subfaction in your own mother's crew.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
There is no good or bad. I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the hospitality of this place, and look at my desk over towards the wall once I leave. Got a gift for you.
Ooh, I like gifts.
You might or might not like it. A gift all the same.
Well, thank you in advance. You should go take that nap.
That's exactly what I'll go do. Have a lovely night.
You too. She's not my mother.